That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I recognized in kind of a similar way, I guess you could say, in growing up, I love my parents to death. They were amongst their faults. I mean, my father was bipolar, which combined with alcoholism and drug addiction is a delightful spectrum of experiences. But he's a wonderful dad. But you know, he had his issues, and so into becoming when I say I became the parent in a lot of ways, like my parents were severely in debt and then had a lot of tax debt. And then I had to get a job right out of high school instead of going to college so I could help support them and my brother as well, who was still in school at the time. And so I was working to help support them while also being the emotional backbone of the family for a long time. And like my credit was ruined because we had to put everything under my name as soon as I came of age. And so what this did was it instilled with me this need to work as hard as possible to take care of the world. That behavior to this day creeps into my life where I don't allow myself the opportunity to relax. I'm afraid that at any moment that I'm not trying to fix what other problems are out there or put out fires, and I'm going to lose control and it's going to fall apart. I'm going to end up being like my parents were, you know, and that causes me to work myself to death. That's caused me in previous like friendships and relationships difficulty because people felt like they weren't a priority in my life. And you know, it's been its own nerve-wracking thing. I'm getting all kind of anxious talking about this.
It's hard. It's not easy to talk about.
Yeah. The main thing I'm finding that I've struggled with my entire life and only recently in recent years been able to really identify is a unique kind of merger of, I don't know how to describe it, a very extreme imposter syndrome perpetually combined with a lifetime of fair body dysmorphic disorder.
Could you give us the quick definition of that? Because I have an impression of it, but I've never known somebody who has had it and heard them kind of talk to me about it.
Right. So, well, the body dysmorphic disorder, it identifies an individual who, regardless of their physical states, regardless of their health, regardless of compliments, regardless of any type of support, they cannot help but see themselves as a, for lack of a better term, a grotesque person.
Wow.
Like to the point where growing up, I would not go to pool parties because I didn't want to have my shirt off. I didn't, even today, I just don't go to the beach. I mean, the few times that I've forced myself in recent years to like, you know, go to a pool for like a friend's bachelor party or whatever, like I'm still keeping my shirt on in the pool. And, you know, and the few times I've decided not to because people get me shit about it, I'd get really uncomfortable and just leave the pool.
Yeah.
Walking past my mirror today, I try to avoid eye contact with myself. And when I do, it's usually like hating what I see. You know, it's taken a lot to get comfortable. It's even like take a shower with my wife.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
It's interesting. And you know, I'm getting sorry. I'm getting better. It's harder when I'm working really hard because then I can't take care of myself as much, and that helps offset it a little bit because when you're healthy or you're eating better, you're exercising, you can't help but feel a little better just energy level wise. So as I get busier and force myself to work harder because of the other scenario, I end up kind of falling into this downward spiral of self-loathing. And then to compound that with the you know, the imposter syndrome idea, as much, and I can objectively say I've done a lot of really good things I'm proud of in my career. I've worked really hard over the years to get where I am, but the entire time I'm just waiting for everyone to figure out that I don't know what I'm doing, and I've faked my way through it to this point, and everything's just gonna disappear.